Hello and welcome back to round one, back nine of the 51st American Flying Disc Open in the beautiful Rochester, New York. My name is Emily Dale and I am joined in the booth by Ben Appel.
Hello, everybody.
We had some exciting play here at Parma Town Park on our front nine with our lead card, Connor Rock, shooting hot at -5. Evan Smith, the putter, is hot, one par on that front nine, and some good showings by GT and our local Jerry as well. Here's a leaderboard check-in. As you can see, Connor's leading, but following closely, we have Mason Marchbanks and Brandon Lotta making some pushes from the chase cards as we see him there. So heading into our back nine, hole 10 is a 315-foot par 3. Shout out to Heiser Media and Gatekeeper Media for giving us the hole averages as well. We see we have this pond right there in front of the basket, and that's the trouble that we're going to see players get into most likely.
Yeah, this is one of the shorter holes at just over 300 feet. Essentially, you're trying to just get over the pond, but there's also OB deep, left, right. So it's a very touchy landing spot. As you can see, Connor's safe, but a couple feet away, he could be OB.
Yep.
And this first tree on the left here will get in your head. Just make you think about the shot a little too much.
I was gonna say, don't jinx it, but this is looking go in. Great shot there. He is looking great out there today. Very confident, throwing the disc well, putting well. Very exciting to watch.
Very relaxed, he seems too. Just kind of like chill the whole time.
But like you said, with that tree there, you'll see a lot of players taking this Heiser route as we see GT landing in a very similar place to where Connor's shot was.
And here's the local Jerry. Let's see if he can show us a fun local route.
Right at it into the basket, maybe?
Do it.
Whew.
Do it. Oh, that's the local route. Just throw
Ace
it in.
This hole did play as the easiest hole on the day, as we can see by our feature card players making some great shots.
There you go.
And great birdie, good confident putt.
I think you needed that little confidence boost.
Heck yeah, great shot there.
Feels good to get this hole. It is, like you said, the easiest of the day. So you want to make sure you get this one to move on before you get into the tight woods again.
Nice. Are we gonna get a star frame here?
There's a very good chance. When the first two out make it, there's a pretty good chance, but there's still some meat left on the bone, so nothing's for sure.
I really enjoy that GT takes that deep breath before his putts and really focuses himself. He doesn't rush it and gets himself into that good headspace.
And for good reason, makes the putt. Take notes, everybody at home.
And this is all Evan has left on his beautiful shot, and that gives us our first star frame there.
Very nice.
All right, hole 11 is going to be a 375-foot par 3. Kind of similar vibes to what we saw back on the front nine on hole 2 or 3. A lot of woods, a lot of trees. But executing just a simple, straight flip-up shot is easy as pie, right?
Absolutely. I do it all the time, which is why I'm not on the tour. No, this is a very tricky. It's a very tricky shot. There's like two main gaps. You can see that big tree in the middle there. You can go left of it with a more of like a more Anheuser, or just kind of the right gap is really straight. So curious to see what these guys are, how they're gonna attack it.
But as you can see by that dark pit of despair in that hallway, it is dense. Low ceiling, lots of trees. Unfortunately, Evan did square up that main tree that divides the gaps there that you'd mentioned.
Yes, this is a very, very tough hole. What's the average? Half a stroke over par. Yeah, sounds about right. You're just trying to scramble out your par and move on.
Dude, that was so good.
That was looking great. He was taking that wider left-hand side gap with a turnover approach, as we see Jerry most likely trying to do the same thing with a forehand shot, but did snag some stuff. I mean, this did play as the third hardest hole, like you said. It makes sense with all of that danger in there.
Okay.
And Jerry proving me wrong and taking the right-hand side gap, but unfortunately does get snagged as well. And this is the quarter left. So this is, Evan did snag that kind of defining fairway split tree, and not easy shot left, although he makes it look way simpler than it actually is.
Yeah, there's just so many trees throughout the entire fairway. You're just never safe. But looks like GT has a really tricky turnover forehand here.
You can see the basket pretty much dead straight in front of him, and he's going for a big turn. Honestly, great result there. Very well executed shot.
I wonder if that tree is going to be in his way for his putt.
Well, like we said on the front nine, it will be. There's always going to be a tree.
Just because. So Connor, he tried to roll it, but it didn't quite flip up onto its face and turn to the basket. So he's got 30 to 40 feet left. Jerry got to a good spot, though, with his forehand. So he just has a little approach here. And, yeah, puts it within 20.
This will be a long look for Connor with some trees, but he doesn't see anything.
Oh!
What a putt.
Trees don't exist when Connor's putting. That was a step putt, though, so he's at least 34 feet away. So that was a decent-sized putt there for him. And the tree's definitely not in his way at all. He can just make that no problem. Great putts from both of those guys. Tap the band again. There you go.
You can see the sigh of relief there. Once again, putter staying hot, and you can see that the players are very happy to take a par here. They're not going to be too disappointed about it. It's definitely taking strokes on the field.
Yeah, any hole that averages above par, you're just trying to take a par so you don't lose strokes. There we go. A little par frame. Not the worst hole to get that on.
Exactly. Really good scrambling there and good putting. Hole 12, once again, we have this really tight fairway with a lot of trees, 345-foot par 3. So it's not a super long hole, but very protected.
So the drone flew through that right gap, but there's actually a left gap that you can't quite see with this leaning tree right here, but I think Connor's going to try it with the forehand here. Yeah. There's a left gap over there that if you can get something stable to make it through there, it skips up to the basket, and you should have a pretty routine putt. But like you said, there is just a dense forest on the left, a bajillion trees on the right, and it's tough.
And you can fact check us, that is a technical term. There are a bajillion trees.
Yes, I counted them.
Mm-hmm.
So that looks like about C1 or close to it. So that's about as good as you can throw it without getting a little lucky. But I'm sure Evan doesn't mind a 30-foot putt right now.
Play so smooth.
You're gonna say at least it was smooth, so it looked great out the hand. It just snagged one of those bajillion trees on the fairway down there.
Inside, hopefully it gets some good. Okay, shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, he's pretty wide open there. This is one of those holes where when you're walking up the fairway to your drive, you pass the short tee and you wish you could throw from that one instead.
Great upshot.
Perfect.
That'll be a tap and par, which we take. Beautiful.
Well done. Perfect angle and speed and release point. That was very good.
Connor's trying to do a little turnover. Does leak a little bit long, but shouldn't be a problem for him. Looks like Evan's running. Oh, look at that gap. Oh!
Oh, I thought he had it.
I thought so too.
Yeah, Connor just didn't quite give it enough Anheuser to hold it, but he's got a little straddle putt here.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Makes
it.
good. Very clean looking scorecard there from Connor.
Absolutely.
As the rest of our card cleans up their pars.
Not a
and
bad
gets
hole.
out of there. Not
Another
at all.
par frame. We got 2 in a row.
A little check-in through 12 holes. We have a tie at first place with Connor, who we're watching, and Mason Marchbanks. But not far behind is Evan Smith and GT on our card here. Some great golf. All right, after that tight fairway, we head over to hole 13, which is a 935-foot par 5. Big open shot, basically. I think we'll see potentially some rollers because we want to see it as far as up as the fairways you get. It is a wide open fairway, lots of airspace, and then the basket is tucked into this little grove of trees up here at the end.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite kind of hole designs where you start open and then you have to navigate a tight green. And as the same as with every hole in this course, the tight woods are very tight. There's tons of trees to navigate. But this tee shot and the second shot, you really get to open up and throw some really big shots just to kind of warm up the arm, I feel like. Remember that you can throw far, so it's always fun.
Yeah, the last couple holes have been really technical. Unfortunately, that does turnover. Is not out of bounds, but it's not where you want to be.
I believe the out of bounds is more up the fairway. Kind of keep you off of, I think it's 16's tee pad that comes up in play over there. But
This is looking big.
yep, that's a good one.
Did not do headwind links to me.
But yep, you're just trying to throw a hyzer, throw a second hyzer, throw a really touchy approach, and then tap in your birdie. And that's the ideal way to play the hole.
Simple as that. You heard it here first, folks.
Easy peasy. I was kind of thinking Jerry might try the roller, but he tries
Yeah,
the
so
air shot.
it was turned a little bit too much, but he did stay on the edge, so he should have some good footing for his second shot there.
I believe
And
this
that
is
is-
Evan.
That is a
Right.
heck of a standstill right there. Yeah.
That's a big forehand. Like he's up at the mouth, up at the gap. Yeah, this is Jerry here, so he has a little more footing to work with.
Looks like it turned, but can it fight back? It can. And like you said, right at the mouth. Great shot.
GT's kind of in that ideal spot where you just have a hyzer that you can kind of skip something through the mouth if you get the distance right. But he just plays it on the safe side, and he's just out there with the rest of them. I mean, Connor's out here.
That is a crush.
Yeah, he's looking at the mouth and he's trying to attack it. Or is he trying to get through? Is he trying to get something sneaky? Yeah, so after you throw 2 huge shots, you now have a normal local par 3 through a bunch of tight woods. Oh, and the basket's elevated, in case you were wondering, on a bunch of roots and dirt. It's one of my favorite greens on the course. It's really picturesque and fun.
Ooh. Unfortunately, does snag one of those trees. He might have a very long look from there because he is in that mouth. You can see the basket in the background there.
I can trust it.
Yep. GT making good work of that. He is a 15, 20 footer. For his birdie, I believe, this is a par 5. Connor has a little step out forehand, so his shot was clean enough, and he has a similar putt to a GT.
Ooh.
Good bid by Jerry there.
Yeah. Never a doubt.
Let's go. I had a little doubt on that one, I'm not going to lie, but he showed me.
What a beautiful putt there. Evan is looking very strong. That was a crazy putt, but just full confidence from him.
I'm still going to blame the nerves on that one for Jerry. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt for the rest of the round. Got a couple shorties coming up.
Great birdie there.
Yep.
Whew, sneaking it over the rim, but after that great drive, a birdie for Connor as well.
You gotta laugh those off. You know you got away with.
Jerry, clean up the bogey.
You know you got away with being a little lazy on a putt.
Yes, he saw the smile. Hole 15 is a par 4, 600-foot shot. Basically just want to get out of the gap here, and you have this open field of the fairway. We have a little bit of OB to contend with, but once you take your first shot, your second shot's really going to be just a chip forehand into this basket here if we can get a good placement shot on our drives.
So the birdie or par play is just a forehand out the gap, but as you can see, Connor is going for the potential eagle play, which is a backhand roller. And last year I remember people getting away with it and actually working out. Because it gets down there.
We'll have to wait. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
He's in C2.
Great roller.
I think he's deep too. That's like a 570-foot roller.
Trees, OB, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Evan's going with the same kind of line. Trying to roll something here. Much water. No! Yes!
Oh gosh.
Go back! I thought he was OB for sure.
Oh my gosh.
He's even closer. That's like 20, 25 feet, I think.
Wow.
Man,
that was a lot of emotions there on that one. That was headed straight for OB and decided to turn at the last minute.
These guys are tearing this hole apart. Another roller from GT.
No. That one did snag one of those fairway trees, but it does leave him in the open.
Yeah. Here's the forehand here from Jerry. Yep, it just gets you out into the open.
Mm-hmm. And then lines you up for your second shot here. Like you said, another forehand.
This hole is tricky because the basket is hidden until you get to the basket. So that's
Beautiful
an excellent shot. That's probably where that local touch comes in, just being aware of the distances and stuff. Looking good. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Oh. We'll take it.
I'm gonna stop talking until it's done moving. That's a good shot by JT.
And this is for eagle.
Oh, he got it.
Oh my gosh.
What a putt.
Best one yet.
Beautiful.
You can see the smile. He knows it's always good to get an eagle, even if it is just a backhand roller away.
I mean, that's not an easy shot still.
I can't throw one, so.
That was like a part of the roof. Yeah.
And we finally get to Evan's tee shot. Oh, nope. Suspense. Jerry for
Yeah.
GT first.
GT is about 3 inches farther away, so he's going to go first. There it is again. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love his deep breath routine before a putt. I'm gonna blame the basket on that one. It just didn't want to catch.
Yeah, it was a little right, but
Yeah.
didn't stick. And there is Evan's tee shot for
eagle.
a very easy eagle.
As you can see, he's thrilled. Oh, we got a smile out of him. There we go. He's happy. But no, hopefully GT can remember that putt for the next few holes and correct it. Maybe get a little higher, a little left. But
what a great hole. Lots of excitement. All right, hole 15, par 4, 600 feet. Pretty straightforward, right? So we have a basket tucked up on this hill, which is pretty much the danger that you're going to get on this hole. Not a ton of trees compared to what we have seen on previous holes. Not a ton of OB that's going to really be in contention. It's just kind of poke your way through and make a smart shot up on the hill.
yeah, tee shots basically just pick your favorite gap, whatever you think you can hit. Get something through it.
Apparently Connor picked the smallest one, and you see the only OB that is in play over there on the left-hand side, but he stays safe. We do
Yep,
have
that
OB on the
creek.
right, but
Yeah, that creek over there plays as OB, but once you get the tee shot off, it's just hope that it doesn't roll down the hill once you try to approach the basket. Similar to hole 9, I believe it was, the shorty.
Missed that.
But Evan's going with the big forehand over out of bounds, and he makes it.
Nice shot, dude.
And he's in a great spot.
hold on. Oh, unfortunately.
No.
That does find that OB. And I liked that line that he took, that wider route, just playing for a safe hyzer, but it can happen. Hit that tree and just kick OB.
Yeah, this hole doesn't have a bajillion trees, just a lot. That's the scientific term we're going to use for this hole.
Looks like Jerry following a similar line to what we saw from Evan, going out over the OB creek with a forehand and plays it safe and into the open.
Yeah, done well.
So it is a par 4. You can see the green up there. This is what GT has left, so he does have the opportunity to save his par here.
Oh, pushed it a little deep. A little long of the gap. But
Yeah, I think those trees got in his head a little bit, and he just didn't release on the angle he was looking for. But this is a beautiful shot here from Connor. As you can see, he's throwing a little tree love. Does it settle? Yes.
he's at the bottom of the hill there. He'll have a very long uphill putt if he wants to run it. I'm sure
If
he
he
will.
wants to run it. Silly Ben.
I know.
And that one, similar position. Grab some cabbage. But what a beautiful tee shot here from Evan. He should have his nice soft putter shot.
Does he
to
have
land,
the height?
hopefully. It looks like it might have trickled down the hill a little bit, but it did grab, and it should give him some awkward footing, but definitely a putt with a tree in the way.
Here's GT with a nice little turnover forehand approach, hoping to match the angle.
I was gonna say this is dangerous with the angle of the hill, but
he gets
checks
away
up.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
There you
And
go.
like you said, this is what Connor is left with.
Oh, sneaks it over the rim.
Let's go. Great putt.
I swear that hill is way steeper in person than the camera makes it look. You see how many steps he took to get up there? This is a very steep hill, but
Yeah, and this is intimidating too, because if you don't commit on that shot and you hit metal, there's also the potential that you land a little bit wonky and roll all the way down the hill. So
Nice
commitment is needed, and we of course see that from Evan, who can't miss today.
yeah, his putting has been impeccable so far. So good on him. Trying to keep up with Connor there.
Yeah, we have a great battle going on our feature card.
GT taking the unfortunate bogey after the OB drive, but not much better you can do from where he was, so just got to move on, get the next one.
Mm-hmm. And a par from Jerry. Little check-in here. We have Connor leading the charge still, shooting hot, followed very closely behind by Evan. This is some exciting golf here that we're seeing so far out at this beautiful Parma disc golf course. Hole 16, par 3, 440 feet. You see that OB Creek right there with some guardian trees that if you hit one of those and drop into the creek, it's very possible. Basket is up on the top of that hill over there, so we'll see some big air shots, most likely just trying to push as far as you can up to that green.
For anybody keeping along with last year, this is very different from last year. Last year used to be a little putter shot, maybe like 300 feet. But they've really opened up the back here, going up the hill.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we see that OB. So you can see the woods there on the right-hand side has those stakes as well, and Connor found those.
That's the problem with like these tee shots that are elevated, is if you miss your angle at all, it like kind of makes it worse. Oh. But Evan finding some airspace and finding a good landing spot. But yeah, this hole is looking really nice. I like this one. This is a really, really beautiful hole. Nice little tee shot gap. You gotta hit first.
Looks like he didn't get the turn that he wanted. Let's head for the
Oh,
OB
no.
as well. Well,
Is it OB?
Might have missed the OB, but not where you want to be, unfortunately.
It doesn't look like a fun spot. It looks like classic Parma dense woods.
The Parma Dungeon.
The Parma Dungeon. That's the official name now.
And this is looking similar to Evans. Clean,
Yep.
pushing hyzer, gets you part of the way up the hill to give you a putt at the basket. And
Oh.
like you had mentioned with those elevated tee shots, you still have all of this to contend with when you're at the base of it.
That's a big forehand by Connor. That looks great, actually. Really well done. I wonder if anybody in the field's thinking about trying to push the pin off the tee and try and go for the eagle.
It is a par 3, so
Oh, true.
an
That
eagle
is
would
my
be
bad.
ace, which I think they would all love, but that is okay.
Hey, someone could still try it.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that shot we just saw was Jerry, and that was a fantastic out from where he was. Ooh,
Come on,
good
dude, hit the
bid.
frickin' target.
Great pace. And this is what Evan's left with.
So Evan almost got to the top of the hill there. Of course he makes it. No doubt. Evan Smith is putting on an excellent round of putting. Okay, it's set.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those you have to kind of hold your breath. And this is what Connor's looking at for his bogey. So might see a change in the leaderboard here. We will see a change in the leaderboard, but
Just depends how much.
mm-hmm.
Let's see if he can stop the bleeding here.
Nice.
And he can.
Mm-hmm.
Dead center, low, perfect putt. Yep.
Good comebacker there.
Yeah, great putt after that last hole. Didn't let it get to him. He just corrected, did his routine, got back on the putting train.
Hole 17, par 4 in the woods, 665 feet. A very narrow hallway that we have to navigate here as you see the drone taking us through this beautiful hole to this basket all the way. It feels.
Did this play as the toughest hole, Emily?
I believe so. Let's look. Yes, this did play as the hardest hole, as we could see by how hard it took the drone to get through that fairway.
Yeah. When the guy flying the drone is sweating, you know it's bad. That's fine. As long Evan's not like as far as he would probably like, but he's in the middle, which is really all you can ask for. There's a couple sneaky gaps once you get closer to the corner that you can kind of sneak your way through, but for the most part, you're just trying to throw it 300 straight, 300 straight, and make a putt.
Oh, and not to mention the 300 straight has a lot of trees and some elevation here off the tee.
Oh yeah. Straight as in straight the whole time, never moving. And you release it exactly where you want. JT seems to have caught something on the right, kicked over to the left.
Ooh.
Connor is over on the right side, it looks like.
Yeah, it might have been a favorable kick, pushing him back into the fairway a little bit.
I would say so. I think the left side is definitely the side you don't want to be on, so I'm curious to see how GT handles that. And Jerry's over there on the right side as well. Should have something to scramble for par. But yeah, this is it. This is a tough spot even to get up to like the landing zone.
Looked like a great shot though, well executed. He's been doing a great job at scrambling all day.
Mm-hmm.
Showing off the creativity and versatility with the shots he has in his bag.
And there he is. There's Jerry trying to do that, like one of those sneaky gaps and try and cut the corner a little bit. But it seems to have worked out pretty good. Connor going straight at it. It's down by the creek. Looks to be pretty good. Should be an easy par. He might even have a putt. Oh, skip, go.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
What a shot. That was disgusting.
That's a filthy shot. He had really trusted that ground play. That was perfect. Smooth hyzer flip from GT here. Come on, get up there. Yeah, he's got a putt. But this hole is so daunting, and it's so late in the round. It takes all your mental strength just to keep the hopes high and keep pushing forward. Jerry's got a comebacker putt.
And this is what Connor has to work with. It's still giving it a bid, though.
He's out there.
Mm-hmm.
He has escaped the Parma dungeon. But here's GT. I believe he's putting for par here. And he makes it. Nice par save.
Great scrambling, great par save.
Par is a fine score on this hole.
Oh,
Like, nobody's
absolutely.
mad. Nobody's mad about a par. You can see Connor looking at Evan's shot, wondering how he got there. Mm.
Look at this birdie. Evan
That-
had 1 of 4 birdies on the day, and I'm still in shock from that shot. I shouldn't be at this point after watching him all around, but
Man, that's impressive. 4 birdies is also impressive.
heading into our final hole of round 1, we have hole 18. It is a shorter hole at 285 feet, but once again, a lot to contend with. We have the creek, we have the trees everywhere. Let's see how our feature card navigates this.
This is a really nice hole. Picturesque. Obviously, tons of trees, but Evan pures
there.
it. Oh, that's perfect.
He's throwing that disc so well today.
That was so good. Now I forget what I was talking about. Oh, the picturesque. It's nice because the parking lot is right there, so might get some people standing around watching you guys tap out on the last hole. And then if you have a bad round, you can just walk 10 feet to your car and you're good to go.
Oh, that was looking good too. I mean, still,
It worked out. Worked out fine.
out well. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I feel like we're gonna see an ace on this hole at some point this weekend.
Hopefully. That'd be really exciting.
Connor hits an early tree and finds that out of bounds.
Yeah, out of the shot here, there's a creek down below. So the OB line is not even like something you can count on. It's kind of like squiggly. So if you hit something early, you're just kind of hoping and praying that you don't find the OB. But Jerry seems to make it through. Long putt for
Hopefully
the
it's
bird.
settled. Yes, it looks like it settled okay.
So I believe there's a drop zone. I think you can advance to the drop zone here. Oh, good run. Also a good run from Jerry there.
Mhm. He's been getting some really good bids with that turnover Anheuser bid.
Yeah.
Way to finish out with the birdie from GT. A lot of ups and downs
GT.
this round, but
Dead center putt to
finish.
finish it off. He only had that one putt that was pretty short that he missed, but besides that, his putter was very solid.
good par to finish for Jerry.
Yep.
We see Evan's super long putt here as he taps in his birdie. What a round.
Man, if you told me that someone was going to birdie 17 and 18 with a combined putting distance of 10 feet, I wouldn't believe you.
He's out here to prove us all wrong.
How about that?
So thank you for joining us. This is Heiser Media and Gatekeeper Media's coverage of the American Flying Disc Open. We saw some amazing golf from our feature card, specifically Evan Smith just shredding out here.
12 under is an absolutely insane score.
So this is
Look
our
at that.
leaderboard. Look at that rating.
1087. That's awesome. Great for him.
Absolutely crushing it. So make sure you join us for round 2. We'll see Evan, Connor, Mason, and thank you so much to our sponsors, Elevation Disc Golf. My name is Emily Dale, and I'm joined by Ben. Thank you so much, everybody. Make sure you like and subscribe, and check us out on round 2.